Alright, so I haven't had one of these videos in a while, and I really don't know what to talk about. I was trying to come up with a topic, and I thought of a couple things, and then I was like, I don't know if I have like enough content or enough of an idea to talk about that stuff. So maybe I'll just ramble on. I haven't gotten in front of the camera for a while. For you guys, you probably don't notice. I like sprinkle videos throughout, but for a lot of the dropless and things like that, since there's not really much reward of doing it the long edited way where I sit down in front of the camera, show off all the pictures and all that stuff, usually lately I've just been doing it all like just the screenshot or the screen sharing one, since that way is super easy to export. I can just film it, export it. I don't have to go take all the camera footage, find all the pictures, like screenshots of the pictures, put those on top, match up all the audio, export it. It's just one and done, easy, bam bam. Since it's low reward, so for the more important videos though, I do like to do the face-to-face stuff, or face stuff, I suppose. This was supposed to be one of the story time type of videos, so I don't know. Like I said, I just wanted to get back in front of the camera, do a video, test out noise suppression. I finally added that setting on OBS. I use OBS to record. You guys might not have any idea what I'm talking about, but I'm sure you guys are always familiar with the background noise going on. The garbage truck is outside right now, and they're getting all the garbage, so maybe you guys can hear it a little bit, but I was messing around with it and it seemed pretty cool. Yeah, maybe the audio is just going to be complete trash. Maybe we won't even use this video, but we'll see. I've been messing around with the audio settings just because we have a interview coming up soon. Hopefully we've got Steven of Revenge fame, Steven Robinson, graphic designer for Revenge. Hopefully he's coming through. We had it set up, we had it lined up, but we haven't gotten a response from him recently, and we're like 1 week out. Actually exactly 1 week out. It'll probably be around this time that we're doing the interview that I'm recording this video, next week. So it'll be pretty cool if he does show up. If he doesn't show up, we also have a Revenge collection. One of the people with the largest, maybe the largest Revenge collections is going to be coming through. You guys can't really see, but you got my like bed in the background. Go move that against the wall, and then that whole back area right there underneath the like Supreme mat that I use as a wall banner. I'm gonna have 2 clothing racks, like those rolling racks, extend the ends, those like or I don't know, the chrome ones. Gonna have those in a little table. Gonna have everything set up, do a little bit of interview beforehand. Maybe this video comes out after that though, and there's no point in explaining this. I don't know, I'm just rambling. Like I said, I wanted to get back in front of the camera, but yeah, I was thinking, like I said in the beginning, I was thinking about topics, like what can I talk about? We've talked about like growing apart from friends. I've told you guys about how I broke my arm, which still a tiny little scar there. How I almost died from mono, which was crazy. And then we've also talked about things like the peach farm. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, one of the things I was thinking about, just like looking out the window, is it's crazy how things just work. And this is something I used to think about a lot in college, like in between classes, just walking back and forth, which is something I really miss. And another thing I've talked about is working full-time versus like college, like the lifestyle changes. But one of the things I used to think about between walking between classes was just like how crazy everything is, like these systems we have in place, and they just work. Break it down to even just walking on the sidewalk, which is something I would think about. And maybe it's different in places where they drive on the left-hand side of the road instead, but everybody's walking on the sidewalk, or you're walking in like a grocery store, and everybody's usually on the right-hand side for like moving whatever direction they're moving. So you create these 2 lanes of traffic just for walking, and it's like that on the sidewalk, like really busy college, in between classes and stuff. Everybody's walking and passing, and we're not just crashing into each other. It's just crazy that to me anyway. It's crazy that just things like this can work. And we have, you know, take that up a little bit. You have on the scale of driving, like moving cars, and you have all these intersections, and you have people driving, you know, abiding by the laws, which makes it work. But it's just really interesting how like complex everything is that we just kind of take for granted, or just kind of don't really pay attention to, like a lot of the details that are there, but we just never really stop and notice. Like there's an overlook next to where I live. Sometimes I'll walk over there, and you just overlook this huge like portion of the city, and you can see like the train moving. There's a highway. There's a little like antique section that you can see where like sometimes, depending on the time of day, you'll see like people walking around. Just so many things. Like you can see the river, maybe there's people kayaking there. There's so many like small parts. Everything's just like moving together, and it all works without like colliding, you know. But you know, these systems are very fragile also, because like to go back to walking in college, it's like, you know, it feels like you just have one of those days too where you're a little bit off, and say you're walking down the sidewalk and somebody is gonna make like a turn, and you're also gonna make a turn, and like you step one way but they step the same way, and maybe just like the way you're reading things are off, but it just takes, you know, one small like broken cog in the machine to throw off the entire thing. You know, to take that back up scale, you know, like you get a car crash that clogs the whole traffic. Driving home from work, sometimes I take one route and there'll be a car crash there, which luckily I've been working from home for over the last year, so I haven't had to take that route, drive very much at all, so that's pretty nice. But back when I did, you know, you take one way home, and there can be a crash depending on how bad it is, what time of day it is. Traffic can back up, like that can add like 20 minutes onto my drive, which just makes it ridiculously long. You know, it throws a wrench into this whole system that we have working, and we just kind of like rely on. So I don't know, that kind of stuff's always interested me, or you know, some stuff that I think about. Yeah, other than that, what are some other topics I was thinking about? Oh, another thing I was thinking about the other day was, which I really don't know what I'm gonna title this video, but another thing I was thinking about the other day was back in like middle school. Not that I'd be like picked on, but just the whole like mentality of younger people, or you know, the adolescent mindset. It's very like the majority of people are really concerned about what your peers think. So something I was thinking about was, you know, like I said, it's not like I got like bullied a bunch, but say you'd wear something to school or something, and somebody would say like one thing, and you know, it could be from the dude with the wackest like fashion sense. He could like pick on what you're wearing and say like one thing, and all it takes is like one other kid to hear it and like hop on or something, and then you're gonna go home and probably like never wear that thing again. And that's just like the younger mindset. You're very susceptible to outside influence. I don't know, for the majority of people though, you know, they're for sure those like trendsetter, don't care, like rebellious, whatever, you know, they don't care about what anybody else thinks. But yeah, I guess for me, I was just kind of falling in line for middle school, especially I guess I had a little bit different of a situation. I came from I lived out in the country, which I've talked about before. We had the funny thumbnail where it was like the What an XXX Tarnation thumbnail, and I just put my face on it. I was proud of that one. I always thought that was a funny edit. I got some thumbnails to like derail this conversation a little bit. I got some thumbnails that I made that I'm kind of like proud of. That's one of the ones I liked. Another one I like is the Instagram versus reality one, where it's like me and then Pyro Cynical. which he got up to some weird stuff. But anyway, that's another thumbnail that I like. A lot of the streetwear startup ones I'll be proud of. I have some good streetwear startup thumbnails for sure. Which, to little side note about that, I know there hasn't been a streetwear startup for a while. I was going to do a streetwear startup 2 weeks ago. I think I was gonna, maybe 3 weeks ago. I was like sitting down, I was like, all right, I found the brand, let me start writing stuff up. And then I stopped and I was like, I got this big interview coming up. I have like all these revenge videos I'm gonna be shooting soon. I should just focus on the scripts for those instead, especially since the last streetwear startup I posted only got like 100 views, or at the time of sitting down to write the next one, it might have been like 90. So I think right now it's at like 110, which is really low for those types of videos because, well, I guess they usually don't get many views, but I want them to get like at least like 200, just because the amount of effort that goes into it. I want to know that people are at least watching them. So that one was a little bit of a disappointment, but right after the revenge interviews that I'm about to do, I'll start getting back into some streetwear startup videos. I'd also like to do another streetwear what do we call it? Outfits that keep me from ending it all. I like those, so somewhere in the future we'll be seeing those. Streetwear startups isn't going anywhere. We still got 5 episodes left this season, I think, almost halfway done, but yeah, I gotta get back to work on that. I was just kind of doing a little hiatus so I could focus on these other interviews. So, and then to go back to what I was talking about, which definitely forgot what I was talking about. Must not have been too important. People are always saying that. But yeah, another thing I've been busy doing, which I'll show off quick. I don't know if these will be up by the time I'm done, but I don't know if you guys follow. I've been working on FACADE, this type of stuff. Got a lot of exciting stuff going on in the future. But yeah, I picked these up yesterday. I was happy with how they turned out. And man, I really like these screen printers. I tried 3 different screen printers, and then I finally found these dudes who did these hats, and I was happy how they turned out. I really like this. It's a good blank too. So if you guys are worried about the blank, it's actually the same one that Sakami used on these, the like Simpsons collection that they did. Same blank, different color. Obviously this is like navy, that one's black. So yeah, if the truckers sell really well, or well enough, we'll have more truckers in the future, and beanies around winter time. Other headwear, TBD. I'm not sure what that's gonna look like, but yeah, I've obviously been putting a lot of time into that. Still putting a lot of time into the YouTube stuff. Yeah, and that's what I've been up to, I suppose. Maybe we can wrap it there. I don't even know if the audio is going to be good for this because the sound suppression stuff we're testing out. So it's a little bit of a test. It's a lot of a ramble, and thank you guys for watching. What do we got coming up? We got those interviews, got some unboxings, a lot of merch. I bought a Gucci High Waters tee that'll be up sometime, I don't know. And then I bought, dude, Young Lean had a collaboration with Art Dealer, who I've never heard of before, but it was a bunch of like airbrush designs that they widely manufactured. And there's a really cool one where it's like Young Lean on a t-shirt here. I think he's doing like something like this, and it says Under Heaven or something like that. Looked really cool, so had to cop that. I'll have an unboxing for that. And then Streetwear Startups will pick back up after I finish these interviews, which the interviews will probably take a long time to edit, just because they're gonna be long. That's if we do have both the collection and the Steven interview, probably both gonna be like an hour long. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there. We're at almost 15 minutes. So thank you guys for watching. Sorry if we didn't cover too much, or maybe we covered too much in here. I know some of you guys like to just like chill and listen to me talk. So hopefully those of you fall into that category, watch this video. But anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Go buy FACADE. We got those hats coming out May 21st, and then more to follow. So go follow us. It's all linked in the description down below, along with the revenge stuff. We're also talking about doing a new revenge community /revenge community revcom design competition where we did the stickers last time, so that'll be fun. But yeah, other than that, I'm going. I'm ending it. I'm wrapping it up. Just rambling. Catch you guys later.